I would like to thank you, everyone, for attending this session. I want to highlight things like no caching validation, no TTL, and a cache that will be always current, always consistent with the data you have on your upstream database. It means that the freshness of the caches you create through QueryPilot, another product we have here, will be always current. The freshness is always there. So, considering this, I would like to say that Readyset can be used as a proxy. You can send all the writes and reads to Readyset. Readyset implements 100% of the wire protocol of MySQL, and everything will pass through, will go to your upstream database. And at the moment you create the caches, those queries that have caches will not go to your upstream never again, because your caches will be always current. You have all the data to serve from the cache at the speed of light your application. One of the things I would like to start by here to show you is that I'm connected here, you know very well, the employees database. It's the regular database for examples we all use. But let's do something. I'm going to access test. I have a special table here. This special table has some data in that. And let's see. So we have Choco with ID 1, we have 50 units, and then we have butter, we have beer. Okay, this is your table on your upstream database. Imagine that I would like now to start selecting our product. For example, I would like to do my product where ID equals 2, for example. It's butter. I have 100 units on my back office, let's say. I have all the amounts here, and I said to you at the very beginning that we don't have caching validation. We don't have TTL on the caches. So let's do something. I'm going to repeat this query here. We don't have any caches already set right now. It's good to say that I am connected to the database, the upstream database, through Readyset. Okay. So where this query was executed, we have a special query on Readyset, the explain less statement. It says this query was executed on our upstream database, your primary, your master database, that database that responds most or 100% of your writes and some reads as well. So what I want to do right now, I have this query. I want to say create cache from this query. Pay attention. I want to create a cache from this query. The cache was created, right? I have a command here to show caches I have created. Okay, I can see that the second cache here is the cache I just created. It has an ID, it has a cache name. You can pass along with the cache created, the cache creation. You can pass along the name of the cache as well. I don't want to come back to this topic right now, but I want to say that we created this cache. So I said to you at the very beginning that we have a product for it, a product called QueryPilot. QueryPilot will just make an abstraction of all this piece, all this part. You don't have to worry about creating caches. You don't have to worry about anything. But let's get back to it. Let's get back to it and say, I want to execute this query again and see where this query will be executed. Okay, I have butter. I continue having the 100 units of the butter. And I want to explain the last statement again to see where this query was executed. Pardon myself. So now that we have a cache, this query was executed only on Readyset. You have a cache and you have all the data. But let's say we're going to update the product ID 2 for, let's say I sold most of the butter I have, right? Let's say I sold 95 units. I'm going to update this with 5 units, the last 5 units I have on my back office. Okay, I updated, I sent a write, I brought to the database at this point. So let's see. Wow, it's there. It's there. So in sub-milliseconds, you have the new data added to your cache. This is the freshness. Most of the time on another solutions, you have to invalidate the cache because the data on the cache is not consistent with your databases. So you need to invalidate. And the first query for, let's say, butter, you need to get this piece of data, put on the cache, and then reply the client request requesting this data. So Readyset takes care about everything, all this part for you. So let's see where this thing were executed. Readyset. I can update again if you want, but let's say here, let's update. The product number 1 is Choco. It sounds like a chocolate, right? Let's say I want to update the product number 1. I'll put that all the chocolates were sold. It's finished. So let's see. Wow, it's a speed of light. All the new data is moved into the caches. As Tami said in the middle of the presentation, Readyset will fit on your environment, will kind of hook up on your environment, being a read replica. This read replica will be able to proxy everything to your upstream database and have caches to reply the request, the read requests from your application. It's gonna speed up everything for you. Okay. Having said that, I would like to move over a real application we developed for a customer. So this is a query that feeds a real-time dashboard for a company that takes care about HR. People is being hired, is being laid off. People are moving between departments, and we need to have control about all of this, right? The company just said, "Hey, ready, set. I have a problem for you." Okay, let's see the problem. I cannot scale globally this application because I have UPS, let's say 7, right? It's 663, 6.65, let's say 7, right? It's a small number, and I have latency of almost 100 milliseconds. It's not that good. If you want to scale globally, you need to make way more than that. And that's where Readyset fits in the picture. So let's say we analyzed what was behind this application. With a click of a button, I'm going to change this connected string from the database from Readyset so we can take a look. Wow. At this point, we were refreshing the screen on every query. And we noticed that we were spending more time to print the information on the screen than getting the information from the caches. And then we implemented this refresh rate. Let's say we are going to refresh on every 11 cycle of query. We're going to refresh the screen. So at this point, we see that I cannot even read the query latency. Let's say it's taking less than millisecond to bring the information, to collect the information on the caches. I remember you that at this point, this query feeding up this dashboard is executing only on Readyset. Readyset has all the data at this time, as I said before. So let's say we are executing all these queries and at 30 milliseconds, right? And one of the things I would like to call the attention right now, do you remember that 6.6 something we have for QPS? Look at this. It's 26,000 plus the number of queries. I am executing this application on a Mac. It's a regular Mac. This is just a working laptop. Imagine setting up this application on that big server, on that big environment you have. Most of the time, I'm saying big, but most of the time, companies have reduced drastically the amount of infrastructure they put together for an environment without Readyset. We have case studies on our website. We have ClickFunnels, we have Grupo Optima, and some other companies that are testing, POCing Readyset, and they are seeing costs, a lot of opportunity to save money, and having a lot of performance for the applications. This is what I have to show you this time on this demo. Thank you.